Oakland, California. It is a fabulous place to live, but like any place, there are some really great pros and there can be some cons too. Let's dive into them right now. Hey everybody, I'm Simone Kogo with That East Bay Life. You can learn more about who I am and what I do below. Let's dive into the pros and cons of living in Oakland. Let's start off with a pro, the weather. It's the Bay Area. We've got fabulous weather here. It's Mediterranean in its mildness. It's never going to be too hot or too particularly cold. And while the entire Bay Area does have really great weather, I think that Oakland really takes the cake. Unlike San Francisco, you don't have the intense fog that you have to contend with, or all of that sea wind that really creates a lot of gustiness and breeziness and makes it so that you have to layer up no matter what the weather is. And unlike being further inland, like in Contra Costa County, you don't have to contend with like the really intense summers either. It usually doesn't get above mid 80s in the summertime. There might be a few weeks where you kind of wish you had air conditioning, but most of the year you wouldn't ever run it anyway. You're not very far from winter sports. You can go up to Tahoe for skiing and sledding and all of your snow fun, but you don't have to worry about shoveling your driveway or icy road conditions. It's really chill and mild here. Let's talk about one of the cons. Schools. The Oakland public school system can be really complex to navigate, and it can be really frustrating for parents. And it can be difficult to figure out where you're going to get the best experience for your child. A lot of people will look at the scores from gradeschool.org when they start determining which schools they are most interested in sending their kids to. And we have schools that rank from 1 out of 10 to, I think 9 out of 10 is the highest rated elementary school in Oakland right now. People will often think, hey, if I live near one of these schools and it's one of my neighborhood schools, then that automatically means that my kid will go there. But that's not necessarily the case. I've talked about the OUSD admissions process. Watch the video so you can learn a little bit more about how to navigate it and what the pitfalls are. There are fabulous schools here, and not all of them will have a flashy high number grade. I highly recommend talking to local parents that are involved in those school communities and finding out a little bit more. There are also private schools here, and there are charter schools that you can take advantage of as well. But I totally recognize that for some parents, it would be so much easier to just go to a district where all the schools are great and you don't have to think about it. That's totally valid. You're not going to find that here in Oakland. You will have to put some thought into how you're going to navigate the school system. Okay, let's dive into our next pro, and that is living here in Oakland gives you access to amazing culture and jobs. People move here to experience the great, thriving community and culture that we have here. And also, they come here for some really great jobs too. Whatever you're looking for in life, you're probably gonna find it here. There is wonderful nightlife. There is amazing food. There's a great sense of community and activism. There are so many great things about the culture here, and people love to experience that. That's what they come here for. If you work in tech or in finance, there's so many opportunities here. And even if you work on the fringe of any of those industries, you've got a lot of opportunities here as well. If you're an entrepreneur and you have an idea for the next great big whatever it is, chances are you're going to find funding here. You'll find really great partners here. You'll learn a lot by living here in the Bay Area. And that's a really big pro about Oakland. You're kind of in the heart of it all. You can access San Francisco. You can get down to the South Bay. There's a lot going on directly in Oakland as well, and in the East Bay. It's early March right now. We just were celebrating Black History Month with so many great cultural events. The local Oakland Public Library was putting on such great web-based, because it's COVID, seminars and family-centered events. We also have really great Lunar New Year's celebrations. We've got St. Patrick's Day coming up. Regardless of what culture you want to experience, you're probably going to find a bit of it here. There's a bit of everything here, and it really is what makes this such a thriving and wonderful community. All right, next up, we're going to talk about a con that's kind of a pro, that's kind of a con. Cost of living. So cost of living in Oakland, when you compare it to the rest of the nation, it's crazy high. Let's be honest, it's really expensive to live here. But when you compare it to the rest of the Bay Area, what a steal. So I'm gonna say that cost of living is both a pro and a con. If you're gonna live in the Bay Area, which is notoriously expensive, why not, live in a great community that has lower housing prices than San Francisco or San Jose for that matter, or certainly less expensive than the Peninsula. When you compare our cost of living to the rest of the nation, it's scary. When you compare it to the rest of the Bay Area, I'm optimistic. So take cost of living as either a pro and a con, depending on what you want. If you don't want to live in the Bay Area, well, then it's definitely a con. If you do want to live in the Bay Area, Oakland's cost of living is a massive pro. Let's dive in a little deeper on the cost of living, housing prices. You're gonna get more for your money here in Oakland, the end. If you wanted to live in the city, buying a single family house with a backyard is gonna cost you millions of dollars. It's gonna be well over $1 million. You can buy a single family home with a nice yard in a community that you're gonna love for $800,000 in the East Bay. Now, there are some communities where you could easily spend $3 million, or there's some places where you might be able to get even something a little bit less than that, though it may not necessarily be the most comfortable. Regardless of what you're looking for, chances are the East Bay has it housing-wise. Lofts and condos and single family houses that were built in the 20s, like little bungalows, or modern homes that were just built last year. Whatever your housing needs are, Oakland has you covered. Okay, let's not ignore the elephant in the room any longer. I'm sure many of you are wondering when I'm going to talk about crime and homelessness. Those are real factors here in Oakland that have to be contended with. And I'm putting it down as a big con. Oakland certainly has a reputation for being a dangerous city. I've been living here for 7 years, and have not experienced crime, but I don't want to pretend that it doesn't exist here. I don't want to pretend that there is no crime, or that you won't see homeless encampments here. Crime exists. That said, I would urge people to look at the whole picture of life in Oakland. It's not just robberies and murders all day long. Most people here do not face crime on a regular basis. There are homeless encampments here for sure. Because our housing prices are so high, and because our local communities are committed to seeing people, not just shoving them under a rug somewhere, we're faced with the realities that not everybody has everything that they need to survive in this world. I actually prefer that we see our homeless people here instead of moving them somewhere else where they are out of sight and out of mind. I think it's a reminder that we as a community are globally connected, and that we need to look out for each other. And pretending that homelessness is not a problem in America isn't going to be the solution. Part of having a diverse and vibrant community is being open to all members of that community. And that's going to bring me to my next pro, the diversity here. By having so many people be able to live side by side together, we're a better community for that. Oakland is great because you have people of all sorts of shapes, colors, sizes, beliefs, creeds. Everybody is welcome here. And I personally think that's an incredibly beautiful thing. There are a lot of places that will say that, yeah, sure, we don't care what you look like or what you believe. But if you don't actually fit the mold, you might be cast aside. No matter what it is you're looking for, you're gonna find it here. There is a diverse group of everything in Oakland, and it's one of my favorite parts of living here. I'm really proud to say that my children are gonna grow up in a community that is diverse, that values the differences between us, and that acknowledges that not all people need to be the same in order for a society to function. The diversity here in Oakland is a massive pro for me, and I think for most people that find themselves living here, it's one of the big draws. It's really at the heart of why they're here. They want to experience others. They want to experience other communities. They want to experience and have access to different types of people, and to learn from each other. That's so awesome. Okay, let's get to my last pro. This is one of my favorite things about life here in Oakland is the access to the great outdoors. It's gorgeous here. Like we said, we have really great weather, so we can take advantage of being outside all year long, and it's so much fun. There are hiking trails all over the place. You've got redwoods, you've got Lake Merritt for some great visual beauty. Technically, Emeryville's another city, but you can go over there and take a look at the shore and look out over the city of San Francisco. There are literally 2 baby deer just up the hill from me right now. I mean, this place is beautiful. For somebody that really loves nature, I adore how I can get this really great access to the outdoors while still being able to get, really great dining and to be able to enjoy all the rest of the city life that Oakland has to offer too. So those are my pros and cons for life here in Oakland, California. I absolutely adore it here, and I'm sure you would too. If you have other questions about what life is like here in Oakland or the East Bay in general, reach out, drop a comment, and I look forward to talking to you soon.